If you Google the word joy, definition says it is a noun and that it means great pleasure and happiness. Well, a noun is the name of a place, thing, or person. I think joy is an action transitive. A transitive verb has two characteristics. First, it is an action verb, expressing a doable activity, like kick and want and paint and clean and eat, write. Second, it has a direct object, something or someone who receives the action of the verb. Joy doesn't just happen, we express it. Being joyful means recognizing what brings you happiness and then doing it. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for thousands of years and used on people, and they've been around that long because they work. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you will like this video and give me a thumbs up and share it with other people so that they too can benefit from some of the things that I'm sharing with you today. So often people think that joy comes to you and that if you have joy, it's because you're lucky. Well, their life may not be easy, but they have created the attitude of joy. Joy often takes work. So maybe you think, oh, I'm too busy, I don't have time for that. Or maybe you don't feel like you deserve it. Maybe you feel like I've done something that I don't deserve having joy, or something's happened in your life where you feel like you don't deserve it. Well, in the movie Inside Out, joy is represented as this adorable little girl who kicks her heels and finds the good in everything. So in that aspect, joy is a noun. But in all other aspects, I think it's a verb. It's something we have to put action to. So in the Inside Out movie, she's accompanied by 4 other characters: fear, anger, disgust, and sadness. And I think you can identify fear and anger and disgust and sadness. And it's a very enjoyable movie that I think it would behoove the whole family to watch together, maybe pause at certain times and talk about emotions and the importance of attitude when it comes to emotions. So sometimes we need help in understanding that emotions are running us. We're not running them, they're running us. And having a spiritual guide can be, I feel, very beneficial. I've worked with emotions for the last 40 years, and I have found that those people who have some kind of spiritual guidance or religion, if you would, have a trust in everything's going to be okay. And they can turn to that trust when in times of need. This book, This Is Your Brain on Joy, is written by Dr. Earl R. Henslin. And he has a doctorate in clinical psychology, and he is a licensed marriage and family therapist. He is a former part-time faculty member of the Roseman Graduate School of Psychology at Biola University and author of 6 other books. He helped found Overcomers Outreach to aid churches in establishing support groups. In addition to clinical practice, Dr. Henslin stays busy leading seminars for professional counselors, busy business executives and lay people, helping them to become brain healthy. He is also a diplomat to the American Academy of Experts in Traumatic Stress. And for the past 14 years, worked closely with brain imaging research pioneer Dr. Daniel G. Amen. And Dr. Amen is a well-known, globally known person who has developed a brain imaging device that takes a picture of the brain. And he has helped many doctors interpret these pictures so that not only can we understand how the brain works, but what helps it work better. And so Dr. Amen spoke at one of our Nature Sunshine National Conventions, and he told the story about his daughter. And he noticed she wasn't her usual happy self. And so he sat down with her and he asked if she could share why she was not happy. And she said that she felt this disappointment, and I'm going to be paraphrasing on this because it was quite a while ago. And she kept reliving this disappointment. So he asked, do you like how you're feeling? And she said, no. And then he said, how would you feel if you weren't thinking about what happened? And she answered, well, I'd probably feel better. He said, do you realize you can change your thoughts? After all, it is you that is thinking them. Who could think it would be that simple? Shift your thinking and your mood changes with it. She was amazed that it was that simple. All she had to do was think of something else. Changing our thinking isn't always easy, though, is it? Sometimes there's chemical imbalances in the brain, and I don't mean it's because you need more opium. It's these neurotransmitters that get messed up. Oftentimes the food we eat, there's many things that can cause this. And sometimes there's these repetitive dark thoughts. And a lot of times it's because our liver is overloaded. We deal with a lot of toxins in this world. So Dr. Amen, in this video, this YouTube, which I'll leave a link in the description below for it, talks about the unhappiness in America and the levels it's reached since COVID. And he found that Americans are more unhappy than they've been in the last 50 years. A big reason for this is people's perception of uncertainty. They really don't know what's going to happen. They can't make plans, and the plans they've made have been disrupted. So unfortunately, many approach this issue from the wrong direction, often making them feel worse. And in this chat, Dr. Daniel Amen discusses 7 habits that can help you improve your brain and your mood. So I encourage you to watch this video, and I will go briefly over the 7 steps that he talks about. And the first one is pay more attention to what you like versus what you don't like. In other words, if you focus on the good more than you focus on the bad, it helps to create a better mood. We had a little saying for this, where your attention goes, that's what grows. And so when you find yourself feeling blue, figure out, where is my attention? What am I thinking about? Who am I with? What have I eaten? We'll get to that. So beware of negative thinking and stop. That's number 2. Some people aren't even aware of their negativity. And Dr. Amens wrote a book. It was originally a children's book about ants, automatic negative thinking. But he has turned this into a general book because he have found that parents are only showing children how to think. So we all need to focus on better thinking. So number 3 is, who are you surrounding yourself with? Do they constantly complain and whine? Do they blame? Do they criticize? Their energy is contagious. And he says, are they bringing you up, or are they bringing you down? So being fully aware of your feelings is really one of the basic things that you have to understand. And then what are you involved in on a daily basis? Is it gaming too much, harsh music, depressing movies? What you involve yourself in for a long period of time can either bring you up or bring you down. So number 4 is know your purpose. This is the key to happiness and longevity. They found in the blue zones that those people that had some sort of purpose for getting up in the morning lived longer. So think about that. So does your life have meaning? Do you think of others or how you can improve their life? Share in the joy of others. When people have something that they're proud of, share in that joy. Gift giving, kindness, those are all things that are beneficial and can give you purpose. Number 5 is, are you modeling health? Do you do the things that assist you in health? You know, depressed people fight cleanliness even. You look at the homeless people, you know, when is the last time they had a decent shower and some good food to eat? So eat right, exercise, rest and sleep, get good air, protecting your brain with good nutrients and eating good food is primary to brain health. So number 6 is brain healthy habits include watching what you eat, decrease inflammation with antioxidants. We know that alcohol and smoking and sugar all damage brain cells, and the importance of sleep that detoxifies the brain. So in other words, long periods of sleep, I believe it's 90 minutes, helps to shrink the brain and allow the fluids to detoxify the brain. So if you're constantly restless in your sleeping, that may be one of the reasons why you struggle with joy. And number 7 is nutrition. You can't get everything you need from food. We can try, but it's very, very difficult. So having a good regime of nutritional supplements is really helpful because those you can depend on a daily basis. Whereas the food you eat, you know, sometimes you're going out to dinner or whatever, you can't control what goes in your mouth. For the most part, you can, but often if you're invited to somebody else's house, you don't know what they're going to be serving. So nutrients like these omega-3 essential fatty acids are optimum. This one includes both EPA and DHA, and our body needs these things. Our heart needs EPA, and DHA is primary for healthy brains. So we need things like turmeric and curcumin, and make sure that they have black pepper extract, which helps you absorb them better. And Nutricalm, I have helped so many people in the last 40 years just by telling them about Nutricalm and the benefits of complex B vitamin. You know, people think of B6 or B12, but having a symphony of B vitamins is really important. Then the body can uptake what it needs. It's sort of like going to a banquet. Maybe sometimes you need B6 and sometimes you need B12, but we all need B vitamins because they're washed out during stress, and there is a lot of stress going on. But back to omega oils, omega-3 essential fatty acids help protect the brain and nervous system, and different mechanisms of action have been proposed. For example, omega-3 can easily travel through the brain cell membrane and interact with mood-related molecules inside the brain. They also have anti-inflammatory actions that may help relieve depression. Now, of course, along with this, I would say, look at your vitamin D. Now, vitamin C is included in this, but maybe you need extra vitamin C. We all need C and D and A and zinc during this climate because they help stop viral replication. And not enough has been talked about nutrition as far as I'm concerned. The news is all about scaremongering, and it doesn't give you active steps to take to support your immune system. So, and then essential oils. You know, sometimes you just don't feel like eating the right things. You want to go for the junk stuff, and it's okay if that's an occasional thing. But if it's a daily practice, it is not helping you. So essential oils can help lift the mood. Pink grapefruit in the morning, just spritz it around, make your whole area smell good. While you're in the bathroom, spritz pink grapefruit. It's just delightful. And rosemary, we know that rosemary is beneficial for the brain. It's very healthy. So make some rosemary chicken, add that to your dietary intake. And if you like the smell of eucalyptus. Now, in the fall, we have this fake stuff at the craft stores. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not good eucalyptus. Get a good eucalyptus essential oil. You can use it to clean, and while you're cleaning, you can be breathing in that good stuff. Eucalyptus opens the ability to take deep breaths, and so putting it on your lungs helps to move that in. Our brain needs good oxygen, and so taking deep breaths is really, really important. Holy basil, cinnamon. Cinnamon, everybody loves cinnamon. I don't know of anybody who doesn't like cinnamon. So if you're concerned about other people, you know, that's why cinnamon fans out that delightful smell of cinnamon. It wants to get you in there to buy. But you can have a potpourri with a few cinnamon sticks in it, and letting that diffuse the air. So I hope you are getting some ideas and that this video has been helpful in understanding about joy. It's work. Joy doesn't just fall in your lap unless she's this little adorable creature. But find joy in the simple things you do daily. Meditation, relationships, nature, purpose, and gratitude. Please remember to be grateful for the things and people that are in your life. Oftentimes we forget about the good, but if you want to be joyful, you need to focus on the good. Joy is not meaningless laughter or laughter at another's expense. Kindness can bring you joy. Helping others lift their spirit. If you make too much dinner, text your neighbor or call your neighbor and ask them if they would like a free meal that you made too much, or purposefully make too much and then share it with people. If somebody's working and they don't have time to fix a good meal, you could do that. Do a meal exchange. I talked about this in other videos and how helpful that is with working people, that you get together with a few neighbors, you make too much and you share it with them, and everybody, it's a win-win situation, and that lifts your heart. So look at things that bring you joy. Think about things. I love to watch gardening videos. I get lots of tips from them. Of course, health channels. I'm always researching health and seeing how I can help others through my health research. And I have about 6 or 7 gardening and prepared foods channels. Now there's a lot of canning videos out there that help you with your garden excess, or going to a farmer's market and learn how to ferment. These are things that are easy and healthful for you to do. So look at other topics on YouTube, and be sure to check out my YouTube channel, because I have over 50 different videos on different health topics, as well as gardening tips, and some on home remedies. I love making home remedies and then sharing with people and telling them how to use it, and having them get benefit from that. So keep focusing on gratitude, and be thankful for the people around you and the nature and all the lovely flowers that are now visible. And and so thank you for joining me today. Please share this video with others, and uh, I appreciate you as an audience very much. Please leave comments, thumbs up, and thank you again for viewing. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the Health of It.